Here. Thanks for watching the video. This is a video for Aries for September of 21, or whenever you happen to watch this. I have sort of an Easter egg color theme going, I realize. Even the cards are kind of Aries. I did a little bit of channeling. So one thing you may be doing something and sort of out of the corner of your eye catch something reflecting. You know how if the sun hits certain objects just right, it'll reflect sun at you. So you may find something. This could be something you lost, or you could find it for someone else. It could be a wallet or money. So sorry. All right, you're getting some extras. What's on the bottom? 5 of Swords. It's not the energy I was feeling. I feel like the 5 of Swords is sort of for some of you, an inner battle of setting boundaries. Maybe you find yourself more than once going, wait a minute, how do I feel so unappreciated, and that I'm not being appreciated. People aren't respecting my boundaries. People aren't respecting what I'm saying, which is interesting because now that I'm seeing this, I don't think I finished your channeling. Did I? Okay. Wow, Jen. So I also felt there is new love. Okay. But I also saw, like, it could be a really innocent love. So it could be a child. So that doesn't mean you will necessarily be pregnant, but your sister, your friend, your child, your niece or nephew, your friends, whatever, someone that, somewhat close to you. You may be witnessing your child's first love. Or again, them having their own child. I saw the 6 of Cups, and there's a real innocence to it. So it could even be like a new friend, where sometimes you meet people and you're just like, we're gonna become friends, like instantly. And so if you believe in things like soulmates, I could see a soulmate coming in. Maybe it's going to be someone that validates you. It's like, I see you, I understand you, you're not crazy, there's nothing wrong with you. Maybe, yeah, validating, mirroring back. Here's that reflection I was getting when you found the object, mirroring back, your perspective. And there's some sort of validation. And maybe you did take a stand and you felt kind of all alone. And, maybe something happens that's validating for you. What else we have here? Judgment, definitely. Karma, things coming into balance. Yeah, it's going to, the 9 of Swords is anxiety and stress. And this judgment between, listen, the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, because either you think it's all me, or no, sorry. Even when you are in the right, you still worry and feel like it's your fault. And so that's, something I do that. That's something we have to work on. It's a muscle that can be built up, that you can build up and learn how to stop that spiraling into, oh, I shouldn't have said this, I shouldn't have said this, and I should have done this, and why didn't I do that? And in some ways, when it's not under your control what you're stressing about. And what is under control, you're doing fine. You know, no one's perfect, but you are doing fine. It's almost as if this is a fox is looking at that new moon. I didn't even talk about the moons. This is so disjointed. I'm sorry. Um, so on the September 7th is a new moon in the sign of Virgo. And on September 20th is a new moon in Pisces. Pisces can get you really worried about things, although they tend to detach or kind of go into fantasy to escape. They find a way of escaping, but you know, that's not a bad idea now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, I do that. I don't know if this would help you, but I read at night. I have an app on my phone and I can make it so I do read my books electronically, but I can make it so the like the color of the paper is black, and then the white words that show through, I can dim it so it doesn't, like, I don't like bright light, but so it doesn't completely wake me completely up. Like, I'm not sitting up with the lamp on reading. But if my brain starts to go in that negative way, I read, and it's sometimes I read and I realize I've read 10 pages and I didn't retain any because my brain went off in a different direction. But if it's like, no, pay attention to the book, pay attention to the book, it breaks that cycle because there's nothing productive about it at all. And it's in a way a little self-indulgent. And I don't mean that to be excuse me, shameful. But if you can look at that in a different perspective, sometimes things like that, it's like, is this person worth my energy? What, you know what I mean? Why am I investing in this? Ten of Swords. Yeah, done. You're done with something. But this, remember, this Judgment card, there's a wake up call, there's a karma coming in and taking away all these anxiety producing. So I think it's twofold. You guys are really working on not going. Maybe that's it. The more you work on not going there and saying, I'm not going to go there, because something is definitely a stressful situation is coming to an end. And then if this is a Three of Swords, I'd shit my pants. Oh no, it's Justice. And I was reading that as Justice, and then I realized it was Judgment. So, wow. Wow. So if you've had any sort of legal things going on, there's going to be a decision, right? And with Judgment and Justice, it will be, um, it's like it's totally fair, but it's going to freak someone out because I think maybe you're dealing with a narcissist or someone who's just so entitled. That's why they do things in the first place. And then I mean, they're not going to accept it. Okay, let's just say if it's something contentious, the other person is still, they're like never going to admit they did anything wrong. It's always going to be your fault. And so somehow you have to reconcile that. Libra season, Libra person, lots of air, lots of swords, and Libra all are in the realm of the thoughts. The Emperor and the Page of Pentacles. I love it. The Emperors, you need to make decisions that are right for you. It doesn't mean you're selfish. It doesn't mean you're not considering the other person. But you have to live with the consequences of your actions, whether you felt talked into it or not. So making your decisions that are best for you, and if other people don't like it, you can't. You're not responsible for how they act, and you stressing out because they're not getting their own way in your life. I think you make peace with that. Oh, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. I'm also gonna pull some Tarot of Sexual Magic cards for romance. Page of Pentacles, planting those seeds, new beginnings. You might get some money, hear messages of money. Could be some sort of financial payout. I don't know what that means, but um, it's a lily, which is remind me of the Lenormand cards. Something pure. Yeah, like there's some sort of decision that you feel like, yes, okay, that's fair. I don't know. Page of Pentacles, yeah, if you applied for, I'm such a Vermonter, yet. Yes, if you applied for a job, you may be hearing messages about that. All right, what are the romance cards? Ooh, Queen of Cups. Oh, and I'm glad that came up. Thank you for reminding me. Venus is in Scorpio for a lot of September, so that's a lot of physical intimacy, um, passion. It's deep, you know. Scorpio is intense, and so you could really connect with someone on a really deep level, whether this is someone new or it just you get to a place where it really starts to deepen. You're really starting to trust each other and open up, and I think it's working out well. Like there's an emotional with the Queen of Cups. There's an emotional connection now. Maybe saying "I love you" for the first time. Wow. Okay, Leo. Of course, Leo doesn't want to be forgotten. And you actually have two more. At the bottom's the Tower. I should probably put those down. The cards are kind of racy. Leo, passion. I mean, this is just like the honeymoon period on steroids with this Queen of Cups and the Sun energy. Could be someone you met or were talking to during the time of Leo. So it's end of August through, like, I don't know, August 23rd or 2nd or something. Could be a Scorpio. So we have that Venus moving into Scorpio. That could be with that Queen of Cups. The Tower card, I think it's again, like I was saying, I think you've been beating yourself up for some other situation, and when you're able to remove yourself from that, however that works out, whether it's an outside judgment or you leave or whatever, I think the other person, the boss, the other romantic part, is just going to be incredulous. And I think it's really going to make you go, what am I? See, I mean, this is nuts. Like, I should not be dealing with this and whatever. What else do we have? Five of Wands. So that's competition. Someone felt jealous. I think someone, competition can be friendly, and you need to keep trying things to see what will work and throwing different ideas around and friendly competition. But then it can also just be a waste of energy and a waste of time. And some people love wasting their time and energy playing games, getting aggressive when they don't get their own way, being, somewhat intimidating with their temper. Like, oh, you find yourself walking on eggshells or having to really modify your behavior the way you don't with other people when you're around this person because they're so sensitive. And it's interesting because they come off as so, like, strong and tough, but the fact that people have to walk on eggshells around them, shows that it's no, it's the opposite. It's that you're so touchy and so not laid back. People don't want to deal with you. It's not necessarily even that you're afraid, at least anymore. It's that, fuck, I don't want to deal with that. So over here, though, so I feel like that goes with all those. You have some couple fives, but with the Ten of Swords, it's coming to an end, and then judgment and justice. You're making a decision, and then you're moving into this beautiful. So maybe that's work, and maybe this is romance. I don't know. But you're and the Emperor. I mean, you're making some really big decisions here, Aries. And the Four of Cups is it's solid. It's a good foundation you're laying. It's a good step forward. It's a good move. This change you're making, um, especially any sort of new person that's coming in, a relationship that you're in that is going well. But you have to be careful not to let those swords energy and um, the sort of codependent maybe training. These people sort of train us to, well, I better not do that. I better not bring that up. I better not, you know what I mean? It's like exhausting trying to remember what won't, what won't set this person off. And this is just completely different. This is chill and relax and um, safe and very passionate, I would say. Okay, that felt like it's kind of all over the place, but that was your reading, Aries. Thank you so much. Bye.